after making games for over a year, I can safely say there have been at least some advancements in my coding and design skills. And after being able to build up a bit of a portfolio, I can look back and see the progression my games have made over the years. Not much, I do realise this, but surely there's something. So in light of this fact, today's video will be looking back into the project files of my first ever game and just seeing how I went about different things, what I would change, was funny, and what I'd maybe impressed myself with. Hey guys, Blakey here and welcome back. Let's see how this goes. Enjoy the video. Alright, firstly, I actually need to find the project because I've got quite a few. Most of them have got basically no project like stuff going on in it. I've got some stuff that I needed help with. You can see I don't even know, this was an old video idea that I had which I haven't actually ended up doing. Some of these you'll probably recognise from previous videos, like the you know, the launch star and stuff like that. That didn't do very well, but that's that's a conversation for another day. Anyway, so the first game that I'd done, I actually wasn't recording videos at this time, but the game that it was called was Invisiblock. For some reason, I remember duplicating the project files because I think something went wrong, or I wanted to change something about it, so I duplicated it just in case, and then for whatever reason, I carried on with the duplicated version instead of the normal one. I don't know why I've done this, but I think it's this one. It's from 2018.4, which is quite a while ago, but we're going to slap this open and see what happens. Yeah, I'm not going to... This is taking its time, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Come on, lad. Come on, Uni. Come on. Jesus. Come on. Come on. Come on. Today would be nice. Oh. Package man. Oh, resolving packages. Ooh. Come on. Today would be nice. Got other stuff to do, you know. Like, nothing. We're still waiting. It's been a solid minute and a half in Unity. I do realise this is not a lot of time. I'm completely just impatient. But, you know, there is things that need to be done, and waiting around for Unity, for 2018 Unity to open is not one of them. Oh, hold on. It's not full screened. It's kind of half screened. You can see a little sneak peek into my games here. Oh, editor update. Oh, I remember what I was going to do with this game. So I planned on going... Hold on, let me full screen it. Oh, switch me up. Oh, hey, there we go. So I actually planned on going back into this game and remaking it as an Android game. I ended up not doing that. I ended up not doing it. I don't know why. Maybe because the only reason I remember because I saw this Android builds Unity little warning. Oh, 9. That's nice. And also something is that going to stop me playing? Let's see if we can actually play this. Is it going to play the music? Oh, the music is playing, boys. The music's playing. It's probably really, really loud. Hold on. Gee, that's probably super loud in your ears. But it works. Does this work? It does. Let's go. I think this is the only thing that was the only audio in this game is just the sound. I'm going to turn it off because it's literally aids. As you can see at this absolute quality menu, I'm not happy with this. Instantly, this triggers my OCD. If we flip between these two, the buttons overlap. Why did this not bother me back then? And why does it bother me now? Well, I mean, I'm glad it bothers me now. Because that is just... Right off the bat, I could never see myself doing this again. What is actually... Oh, lads. I'm going to have to blur out my name there because it does have my full name in it. But you can see my email and stuff. That's so bad. Yeah, so you can see I made this when I was 16. The first game I've ever developed and many hours I put into it. Blah, blah, blah. No one cares. Nobody cares. What is this? This is so bad. You can barely even see the... Oh my... It actually, like... You can barely even see the text. I've got some weird, like, coloured gradient going on that literally just doesn't match the blue in the background. Oh, God. It's tragic. It's very tragic. I could never see myself doing it like this again. Like, for a first time, I'm fine with it. Obviously, at the time, I was so happy with this. But now, I just couldn't. I just could not do this to myself. Anyway, let's press start. Or what happens if I press continue? Okay, so it just takes me to, like, the third level. Alright, let's start again. So, I remember doing this. This is big nostalgic for me. So, we're going to jump into the project file shortly. But this is basically what it was. Oh, God, the music. We're going to mute it for your sake. Is that going to stop? There we go, okay. The main menu, I mean, the pause menu isn't that bad. I mean, I would rather it have gone, like, now I would do it so the panel is darker, not whiter. Because it's just nice on people's eyes, rather than have a more of a bright light. That's how I would do that now. You can see that doesn't really work very well, that couldn't run with me now. So basically the aim of this game was it was a 2D platformer, but a lot of objects the floor was invisible in a lot of scenes, so you kind of had to memorize. But as you can see, when we skip like from a forward level to a back one, there's a fade in when we're going to the next level, but when we're going from this one, there's no fade. So it just kind of gives you this weird like black effect, and it's just, it's not, yeah, it's not the one. It's not the one. It's not the one. It's not the one. So here you can, I actually do remember making this level. I remember having my friends around and they were playing this, and it was just, they were really stressed to say the least. But yeah, these gets really hard. Like if we go to like the last level, god, where am I? This is so nostalgic. This version of Unity looks so weird now. But if we go to like level 31, I think, was this the end level? Oh no, this was just like the end credits that actually nobody has ever reached. If you ever reach this, I'll get, oh god. Yeah, so this is just very chaotic. So you can, oh god, how do you, I have absolutely no idea how you beat this level, and I don't know why I made it so hard and it takes so long to reach. What? Nobody's ever beaten, see, this is one thing that I need to learn. People are not going to play games that are too hard, because nobody's ever going to beat this. Like I was, yeah, that's another thing that I would definitely change. But enough of playing my own game and just, you know, just feeling depressed about how bad I am. So let's have a look at, so this basic scene, if I'm going to grab the hierarchy. So this is like the amount of games I had in this scene. We're going to open the scripts as well, not all of them because we'll be here all day, but I just want to have a look at some of them. So we've got the text here. So what is this? It's just a game object. So this isn't actually on a panel or anything. This is literally just, why did I child that to that? I could have, I'm pretty sure I could have just had it like that. Like, what is this object? Okay, so this is the mesh renderer. What is this? Yeah, so that right off the bat, there's probably no need for two game objects. That's just it. With a game like this, you won't see any performance effector. Maybe on a really poor PC or something, like an absolute potato. But something like that, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't really need that. So this is the exit. So this is where I level control. So this is, I kind of still use the system to this day just because it's so simple. Except I won't use the level name because that just takes so long. Basically, there's a variable that is a string, and you have to enter the exact name of each level. What I'll do now is just a build index. Like what I've just realised, like the index, I don't know why I've got these both. I could do, I wonder what one it actually takes me to. We're going to open this up. I do realise I'm going on massive tangents here, but you're going to have to bear with me because this is just what I'm like. Right, we're going to open Visual Studio. Alright, we're in. So with this, what this scene does, we've got an int, which is an index, and a string, the level control. It's a really simple script. Okay, so right off the bat, I can see why the fade didn't work. I had no animator which does the fade in. I don't know why I didn't add that. Maybe I tried it and I got rid of it. So let's have a look. So we've got the string and the level name, and I'm loading both. I'm loading both the same scene twice, but obviously it's not going to register this one because it's done this one first, and so it's going to load that new scene, and then this script just becomes obsolete because we've gone into a new scene, so that it's going to ignore anything below it. I don't know what this is. I probably could just get rid of this altogether if I've commented it out. But yeah, this is completely unnecessary, so I could get rid of this and just use the index, which means I can already see that I wasted my time putting in the level name for every single one. But here we are. Let's look at the other script that we've got up here. So this is don't destroy. So, oh, this is my music manager. So if we go back in here, I can't believe I've done that. Why did I do it twice? That's just silly of me. So we've got the game handler. I'm guessing, go away. So the game handler, oh, it's just my main camera. Where's the music? Oh, so this is the pause menu, level changer, canvas. Yeah, so this is where my animations are. I can't find music. What is tagged music? Let's have a look. Let's just spam through all of these. Nothing. There's not. Oh, I know why. Because the only music system that spawns is in the main menu. That's all that is. I still do this now. Like I'll only have a one music thing, and it will just be carry over every scene. So what this script does, I'll still use this exact same script virtually, because it's just with some minor alterations just to remove some bugs which could happen. So basically what this does, it'll find the object that has the tag music, and it'll basically carry it over every scene. If there is more than one game object that has this tag, it will destroy everything apart from this one. So if the length of the amount of tags of this game object is bigger than one, then just destroy this current one but keep any others, which I don't know, I think mine slightly changed to that But yeah, I mean, it works. It works for the game, even though the music is just horrendous and you have to listen to it for every level. God, the song is so bad as well. I literally hate listening to it. It's so annoying. But these are all the scripts in the game. So there was, what was that? 3, 6, 9, 11, 12. Yeah, so that's 12 scripts. I'm going to recap. Yeah, it's 12. That would have been really embarrassing if that was incorrect. But, so yeah, that's like the main script that's used for this one is that level exit. This took me a while to figure out. I remember this absolutely killing me. But yeah, basically all this does is when the player enters the trigger, it will load this scene. So yeah, that's fine. That works. I mean, yeah, but I could completely comment this out and nothing would change. So yeah, why did I do that? I don't know. That's basically everything in the first level. A lot of these levels are the same. Like if we go through, you won't see different scripts in many of them. I guess there's some towards the end that are teleportation scripts. Oh, we've got a weird AI going on here. I remember this. I want to look at this script as well. So if you press play here, he'll just kind of float towards you and you can jump over him and stuff. Yeah, that's not supposed to. Right then. Okay, yeah. Well, that's just really bad, isn't it? Yeah, okay then. Well, moving on. We're going to look at the enemy follow script because I don't know how I handled it. So, okay, so it's literally just transform dot position. Did I lerp it? No, it's not lerped. So it would have been better if I had done a... Instead of using vector2.move towards, because it does cause some issues, but I guess for this it worked. I would either have used a rigid body to move it, because then it kind of, with this method, it will kind of not take into account physics as well, whereas rigid body will count physics every frame. But what I would have done is quaternion.lerp instead of this, because it just makes it a lot of a smoother movement, or like a nav mesh or something like that, basically. Yeah, I do realize I'm boring you, but whatever. So yeah, I'm actually not too unimpressed with this script. I mean, look, the player kind of getting stuck on the wall is just, yeah, we won't talk about that. We're going to look in some other scripts. We've got the continue button. So this is from the first scene, the main menu. The continue button should take you to a player prefs. So if we open this up, yeah, so we've got a player pref. So player pref is basically a save method, which is still the main one I use purely because it's just so easy. It's not very safe, but whatever. Who cares about being safe? So we've got an int that is seen to continue. And the scene to continue is this save file, which is called, whenever you quit the level, whatever level that you quit from, that level will become the save scene. So when you press continue button, it will take you back to the level that you was on when you last played. So that works. So the time.timescale is just to set the time to 1, which means the game isn't paused. And then this is just scene to, okay, so this is just if you're not in the main menu. This is just to like remove a bug that could happen, but it's kind of weird to explain, and I'd probably do it a different method now, obviously. So we've got a destroy on collision. So this is probably simple enough. So you can just see if collision.collider is. So I'd do the same thing here, except I'd change collision to other because it's just easier to set out. I'd say if collision.other.compare, or if gameObject.other.compare tag is equal to player, then destroy this the other.gameObject. So yeah, that's fair enough. Don't destroy it. We've looked at that. The enemy follow we've looked at. Level control is just the stupid one. I still can't believe I've done that. Load main menu. So the main menu will current scene index. So hold on. I don't call this script from anywhere, do I? Private public void. Oh, so it must be a public void. So I'm guessing I'm calling it from somewhere. I don't know where though. I don't know where I'm calling it from. Whatever. Got the pause menu. This is simple enough. I pretty much will do the same thing in most of my games because it's super simple to set up in 2D games. Even in 3D, like if they're offline, they're pretty simple. You can just, when I press escape, which is cancel, we're going to set if game pause is equal to false. We're going to freeze the time. We are going to set game pause as true. We're going to enable the cursor, and we are going to enable the pause menu game objects, and vice versa for the unpause. So yeah, that worked. I'd probably do the same now. Player control. Oh, so this is the player movement. So as you can see, it's really quite simple, and I'll tell you one thing I would change from this is you can see we've got a boolean for is jumping up here. And the way I've done this is if you're touching the ground, so any part of you is touching the ground, we're going to set is jumping to false. That means so when we are on the floor, that's the only time we can jump. Now this is good for this game because the player can rotate. You're not locked to any like constraints when it comes to rotating because it's just a square, and I couldn't care less if it moves or not. But when it comes to actual like real life, more realistic characters, obviously they're not just going to start floating and rotating in the air and their head's going to be upside down and random crap like that. That's not going to happen. So I would use a raycast now, which is basically like a beam, and I would send a raycast to the player's feet, and then it can just detect ground from there, not from the side or above. Because if there was like a ceiling which would tag to ground, the player could technically just infinitely jump across the ceiling, which is actually possible in some of my levels because I'm a small brain. When it comes to the movement, I would put some of this in void fixed update because that doesn't count every frame, where update is every frame, and some things need to be put in every frame, like when we're detecting certain things, because otherwise a jump might not register or something like that. You guys probably know most of this anyway. Then we've got the quit game, which literally is so simple. Application.quit. It's built into Unity. You don't need to do anything special here. You can just call this from a button. Got the respawn point even. I'm pretty sure I don't use the script at any point. You can tell I copied it because I never would have commented this. This is definitely copied. So we've got public transform spawn point. I would never label anything that long either. I would put player for this. Minimum height, I'll just put minimum, and I'll just put spawn for this because I'm lazy. Yeah, I don't call this. The way the respawn works is when you die, the player, the spawn is just reset. So wherever the player was previously, he'll just re-put this. This is never used, and this would be used on, if I go back to level 2, in like every level there's a respawn point. You can see the respawn here. I don't use this. I do not. This script is not used at any point because we have an actual respawn script. I'm pretty sure. I may be wrong, but this is rarely ever used because we don't call it from anywhere, and I can't find it. I think it's destroying collision or something like that. I don't know. I've really just done a really weird system on everything. We're gonna look at teleportation next. I'm really curious how to do that. So I'll probably do the same now, honestly. You'd set the player.transform.position to wherever the portal is, the second portal is. So this is the first one, this is the second one. That's just where the position will go. So before and after. Very simple. If we collide with a teleport, basically if we collide with a portal, call the coroutine. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I used my beloved coroutine, which you guys all know and love. You know I love my coroutines. One absolute monster of a script. Every time I open Unity, there's another error. Like, why? Why have I got emojis? Oh, this is from the Text Mesh Pro. I'm pretty sure I used this. I didn't use any shaders or anything like that. But you can see the game is just so simple. Like, it's really bland. We've got a cheeky little gradient going on here. I'm pretty sure I made that in Photoshop. We've got some animations. Obviously, I didn't use the fade in one, which is just so annoying. And then the one, we've got bad music. What is this? Let's have a look. I'm really curious. I'm going to double click this. Oh, opening groove. Oh, God. Oh, what? Oh, I remember what that was. So basically, this was... Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. I just destroyed you. I'll try and turn that bit down. But that is, I was going to use this in like a final level as like, it was supposed to be like some weird like you're in the Matrix kind of story, because I didn't have a story for the game and I was panicking towards the end. It was like, oh, I need to add some sort of story, kind of similar to Silhouette Dash, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, this is, yeah, that's it was going to be like some weird static thing where you're like about to like exit the Matrix or something like that. That never ended up being used because it was just irritating. But yeah, so then we've got these two feats. So we've got the invisible block and new invisible block. I don't know the difference between these two. Let's double click this one. So that's the normal one. It does just loop. What's this one then? Are they just the same? Oh, so that's faster, but I never used this one. That's much faster. I'm pretty sure I used this one. I preferred the slow one. But now I wouldn't use either because they're just so annoying. We've got a little thank you screen going on here, and I wrote, this game was made solely by myself. Got to blow that out. I dedicated many hours to this small game, and I hope you enjoy this journey. If you enjoyed, consider donating on itch.io. Send me a screenshot. Oh yeah, I did get a couple of donations for this game, which I was so chuffed with. I remember dropping this, and I was so nervous, but it was like the best experience at the time. Dropping a game really is so fun. It's so fun to do. But yeah, this is the little thing I made, and I said to people, if you get this far, send me a screenshot on Instagram and I'll like shout you out on my story and stuff. Nobody did. Sad boy hours. I know it's big sad boy hours. But yeah. Apart from that, I think that's like the overall about this game. If you was curious, like the levels are tough, man. Like so, these are, oh yeah, these are my portals. They were literally just coloured blocks that were just a different colour. So if we actually go, I don't even know what it is. Let's try right. So yeah, that just, I'm pretty sure that just, where does this take you? I don't actually know what the answer is to this level. I actually low-key want to figure it out. How do we get over there? Why can't I do this? You know what? Screw this. Too hard for me, whoever made this game. Dumbass. See, here you can see there's so many game objects. And it's such a mess. There's just flooring everywhere. I remember this was giving me such a nightmare. Because it was just like, you can see all the invisible floors like here and here and here. Like, they're everywhere. So it was cool. Like, I loved it at the time. I remember working on this game like 13 hours a day for like 2 months, 3 months straight. Like, I was just addicted to it. I kind of wish I was like that now, but I don't know. I just don't have as much time anymore. I don't really know why I've done this. There was no need for a game handler. I'm pretty sure I could just turn this back on. Like, this was completely kind of... The game handler was... I would use this now because I have like camera shake scripts and stuff. But in this game, there was no sort of camera shake or game juice. It was literally just blocks. That was literally it. Even the pixels here, they're literally just blocky. There was nothing smooth about this game. There was no curves going on. But yeah, the teleport enter was literally just... So this was like quite intuitive for me. Like I was quite happy with this. Like I could just slap in the teleport exit, which was right there, and like just slap in the player. And yeah, it was a really cool system. That's probably one of the things I'm most proud of about this game, because the teleport system was just epic. I was like, wow, I can make a player move left and right. That's a fat pog. I'm not really like that anymore. I mean, when I've discovered something new, but like, that's one thing about game dev that I miss, is like when you figure like the basic things out for the first time. I remember making this block move for the first time was hype. It was so cool. I was loving it. But yeah, stuff like that you don't really feel anymore. Like, unless there's something really cool, I'll be like, that's epic. I'm glad I figured that out. Which I do discover, just not as often anymore. But yeah, that is pretty much this kind of, you know, this weird little game that I spent way too long on, but I loved it. So that's what matters. And it taught me a lot about games, and it taught me a lot about what it took. But yeah, that is pretty much it. If you've got anything else that you want to see, or if you want the project files of this game, I'll put them up on like my Patreon or something like that. Before you do go, if you want to join the Discord, it will be in the link in the description down below. It'll be one of them. You'll know the one. Apart from that, I am going to end this video here. Guys, if you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. You know what to do. And I will see you all in next week's video. Bye.